don't think you need a basic explanation of the class trial, considering how you've already done this twice now, and this is your third time. But are there any questions before we begin the trial?
I have a question, actually.
Ooh, the blue-haired man isn't depressed? Oh, okay. What's your question, Ludwig?
Whatever. What do we do that there are two victims?
I beg your pardon?
Like, what if there are two killers? Who do we vote for?
Didn't it classify that in the rules?
It probably did. We just forgot.
Well, to make this simple, the trial is for for the victim that was discovered first. I don't care about the time of death. It's just whoever's body was found first. That's the killer you gotta vote for.
So in other terms, we need to find Toadette's killer since she was the first one to be discovered.
That's correct!
So does that mean we ignore Marie's murder then? No, I don't think so. Marie was obviously murdered for a reason. It could connect to Toadette's murder in a way.
I agree with Taylor's, considering how someone gutted me for trying just to see Marie's body.
Chili Pepper, are you sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, but just please don't push yourself. You don't have to participate in any of our discussions.
I have info to share anyway. Let's just get this trial started.
Alright, Monokuma, we're ready.
Alrighty then. Then let the very third class trial commence!
Alright, everyone. Our third class trial has now begun. What should we discuss about first? First off, what exactly happened to Toadette?
Didn't Tails tell you?
No. Remember, we split up. Oh, right. Well, it all started out like this. I woke up after the morning announcement went off, and I went to the first floor dining hall, where I met Conductor, Morton, Len, Rin, and Toadette. We were wondering where all of you were, considering how it was already 7. So, Len decided to go look at the second and third floor, while the rest of us looked on the first floor. We entered the kitchen when, all of a sudden, a cinder block came flying down from the ceiling and slammed Toadette right into the door. The collision from the cinder block and the door must have fractured her skull, causing her almost instant death. I see. You've already told me and a few others this, but just hearing it again.
So we all in agreement that one of them people who was with Toadette is the killer? Huh?
You think we're suspicious?
Why would they ever do that to Toadette-chan? I was away. I couldn't have killed her.
Yeah, Karen, and think about it. Why would any of us do that with, like, 3 other witnesses?
Well, considering how all of y'all were on the second floor and the rest of us were, that's a little suspicious.
How is that fair, you dumb Karen? We didn't even know that you guys were on the second floor.
Hey, likely story. Toad got a note from Monokuma saying that the first floor kitchen is out of service for now. A lot of us woke up around the same time, so we went to the second floor for breakfast. We noticed that Marie wasn't there, but we thought she just didn't wake up yet.
By that definition, doesn't that mean that they just didn't wake up yet?
Bullshit, they were with the body.
Jeez, I better shut down this argument quick before Karen derails our conversation. Again.
When we woke up, Toad found a letter from Monokuma outside his dorm room saying that the first floor kitchen was out of service.
What Karen's saying is true. Sadly, I left the note in my dorm room, but it's true. Most people even witnessed me holding it.
Yeah, for sadly, I can actually back up what Karen and Toad are saying. He did receive a note from Monokuma saying the first floor kitchen was out of service. So does that mean one of them is the killer of Toadette? Hogwash! We didn't kill anyone!
Yeah, just shut up and admit it. You slammed her on the head with the cinder block with your own hand.
No, that's wrong! Hold on, Karen. You're wrong. When did you... I told you, right? The cinder blocks came falling down from the ceiling.
Well, maybe y'all have psychic powers or something.
Oh my fucking god. I can't believe you're actually this stupid.
Well, whatever. I still think y'all suspicious.
Oh, just can it, Karen!
Besides, you don't even know the truth of it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Guys, I think I need to tell you all something. Some of you already know this, but I think I was supposed to die instead of Toadette.
Wait, what? Please explain.
Well, while we were looking for you guys, Len went to the second floor to go look there for you guys, while me, Rin, Conductor, and Morton, and Toadette all were looking on the first floor and going to the basement. Toadette called me over, wanting to tell me something. Then Rin, then Morton, then Conductor went through the door. Right when she was about to tell me something, she heard a noise coming from the ceiling, and the cinder block that hit her was about to hit me.
Wait, but how did she end up dead then if it was going to hit you?
He probably grabbed into it and pushed her into it instead.
Can it, Karen?
No. Toadette saw the cinder block falling. She reacted on pure reflex and pushed me out of the way. She sacrificed herself to save me.
Oh, so it's your fault that them big mushroom girl's dead. Toad, you gonna rage or something?
No, of course I'm not. Toadette risked her life to save Tails. Don't get me wrong, though. I miss Toadette with all my heart. And let me just say this. Whoever the fucker is that killed her, they're going to rot in the deep depths of hell. But think about it. What would we do if Tails died?
I mean, we have decently small people here, but it was ultimately Tails who led us to victory in the past 2 trials.
Yeah, we would have been fucked.
And I bet in that moment Toadette thought the same thing too. She put the lives of all of us over the lives of her.
So Toadette sacrificed herself for us.
Wait a minute, doesn't that mean she was willing to die? Doesn't that mean that's a suicide?
I'll clarify this real quick. A suicide and, well, another suicide are completely different things.
Stop confusing me with your oxymorons.
Okay, what I'll basically say is this to clear up the suicide theory. Even if Toadette knew she was going to die, if someone else did the killing blow, then that's a murder. A suicide only counts if the victim themselves is the one to do the killing blow on themselves.
So in other terms, even though she knew she was going to die, she technically didn't commit suicide.
Yupper-doodle!
Okay, so now that we got that cleared up, what should we discuss about next? Personally, I think we should discuss about the mechanism that was used for the cinder block trap.
Hold on, whoever said it was a trap?
Well, I mean, come on, don't tell me you didn't find it weird that 2 blocks tied together with rope just plopped out of the ceiling.
He actually does make a good point. Well then, how did the killer set up the trap?
That we don't know yet, but I'm sure if we keep discussing about it, we'll figure it out.
Well, wise guy, you're the one who was closest to the trap. What did it look like when it was still in motion?
Well, around the time me and Toadette were talking, all I heard was a weird beep noise. After that, I heard the wind of the cinder block rushing down at me. It didn't look like anything special, just 2 cinder blocks tied together with a rope.
Is that really it?
Sounds like a simple trap to me.
Yeah, but we need to figure out who activated it. Or, at the very least, who could have set it up?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, who could have set up that trap?
Theoretically, it can honestly be anyone.
Well, at least anyone decently strong enough to carry those cinder blocks. I'm not that strong. If I even tried to lift one of those cinder blocks, I'd be crushed to cookie dust.
Wow, I never thought someone being weak could prove them innocent.
Please shut up. What are you thinking? No, forget it. It's a stupid theory.
Come on, bro, speak up.
I'm not going to speak up, because this theory seems honestly way too implausible to be true. And I know you, or your high-ass horse, is going to run with that theory. You might as well say it. We're honestly stumped about who could have set up this trap, let alone how they set it up, or when. Alright, fine. Well, what if the killer was among the people who were with Toadette?
Huh? What do you mean?
But we already proved that we didn't do it. No, that we couldn't even do it. I'm saying that, what if maybe the killer put themselves in harm's way, so Toadette would purposefully push them out of the way, so that way they would get, Toadette would get hit instead of the killer.
So essentially you're saying it's Tails.
What? Absolutely not. I don't think Tails has the foresight to even do that.
He is pretty smart though.
But I'm not that smart. Sure, I'm smart for my age, and I'm an inventor. But I'm not freaking smart enough to foresight that much ahead.
Yeah, there's no way Tails would kill Toadette.
Actually, sadly, I have some evidence that could prove that you could be the only one to set up that trap.
What? Ludwig, please explain.
Gladly. Sorry, Tails, but I need to say this. Fine, go on. What do you mean I'm the only one who could set up that trap? Well, in simpler terms, you're the only one who could have reached the ceiling. You know why, right?
You know why I'm the only one that can reach the ceiling?
I got it. It's because I can fly, right? Correct.
Hold it, lad. By that logic, either one of those Yoshis could be the culprits. They can flutter. Are you really on that? I forget to flutter half the time. And Karen's so fat, her Her fat ass won't lift off the ground.
Oh, shut the hell up.
No, even if they did flood her, a normal Yoshi wouldn't be able to reach that high. And from the looks of it, the trap had to stay there. Forgive me, I misspoke. What I meant was that the killer had to stay on the ceiling area while they were setting up the trap. None of us could do that except the Tails, who can fly.
That actually makes decent sense.
So the fox is the killer. I can see why Ludwig would think that, but there is another way for someone to at least get close to where the cinder block was. I just need to show him that reason. By my theory, Tails is the only one who can be the culprit.
But Tail would never kill Toadette. And why would he be helping? Find out who her murderer is.
Maybe he has the force like my brother said.
See, I told you you would run with that stupid theory.
But are we sure Tails is the only one who could have reached the ceiling where the trap is located?
The trap was located near the vent, right?
From what I looked at, yes, it was. So Foxy Boy's the only one who can be the culprit. Yes, well, unless there is another way to get at least near there. But does a way really exist? I agree with that. Hold on, Ludwig. You just reminded me of something that we both found. The vent. The vent?
What do you mean by the vent?
Ludwig, remember during the investigation, when we were investigating near the vent, I flew up it and went through it. Oh, yes. Sorry, I guess I forgot, but where did it even lead? Get this, it opens up another realm of possibility for the culprit. Where that vent led, it led to the empty office room on the second floor. What?
Wait, that empty office room that none of us even use?
Yeah, there's a vent connecting there to the kitchen on the first floor.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything?
The vent was on the ground behind what looked like to be a treadmill. Honestly, it's really weird how identical these floors look. So, anyone could have really fit into that vent. Yeah, since it was on the ground, it wouldn't be that hard to get to. And I guess with a little effort, they could have attached the trap. I mean, to be fair, we don't know where it was attached to in the ceiling. Yes, but however, I need to debunk one thing. Not everyone could have used the vent. From what I see, these vents are decently normal size, but they're not really big. A normal human or person, Koopa, whatever could fit in. But not big people like Molten or Bowser. You just call me Bowser. Sorry, father. We're gonna still have a talk after this. And I guess to extension, sadly, Karen can fit in them, considering how her brother just called her fat. See, sis, you being a fat ass makes you innocent for once.
Shut up!
Well, at least we got some suspects down. But now we have to think about when the trap could have been set.
About that, I think it might have happened at nighttime.
But wait, that's impossible. Monokuma locks up the kitchen at night. At least the first floor one. We can't enter there.
Well, should we ask Monokuma? Would entering the vent in the kitchen count as entering the kitchen?
Well, okay, look, I tend to make exceptions for murders, but I guess I'll technically say, as long as you don't touch the floor to the kitchen, it doesn't count as entering the kitchen.
So, by your logic, the little green thing's theory could be true about the killer setting up that trap at night.
Correctamundo!
Okay, so now we know when the killer could have set up the trap and how they could have set up the trap. But we haven't answered the most important question. Who could have set up the trap?
Well, it had to be someone small enough to fit in the vent and strong enough to hold up the cinder blocks.
The people that we can rule out are the cookies, Bowser, Morton, and Karen.
Excuse me, I told you I ain't fat!
Okay, fine. You're a suspect.
Well, you know what?
Logically speaking, any one of us could have set off that trap. Yeah, but I have another question. Do we know what even set it off? Huh? What do you mean? Like you said just a few minutes ago, you heard a beep. But right before Toadette got killed, right? Obviously that stupid trap was set off by something, but what set it off? That actually makes a decent point. Did you find anything that looked like it would set it off?
I don't think we did we?
I didn't see anything. So is it possible the killer could have been in the vent? Wow, the trap was set off, and they set it off manually?
But that's impossible. Everyone was accounted for on the second floor except for Marie, and she was already dead.
Speaking of Mari-chan, can we talk about her murder now? For the love of Christ. Rin, didn't you hear what Monokuma said? Marie's murder doesn't count. If we vote for her killer, then that means that we won't win the class trial. I know, but We should just ignore Mari-chan's murder. Mari-chan, she was my friend. I don't want us just to overlook her. I want to figure out who killed Mari-chan. I want to figure out who did this to her. What's the point? It's completely useless to go over Marie.
I agree with Rin. I think we should go over Marie's murder.
What? Why? Like that stupid blind kid said, her murder doesn't count.
On the contrary, I think I just confirmed that the killers of Toadette and Marie are the same. What? Huh? How? One certain event makes me think that Marie's murderer is the same as Toadette's. You know what I'm talking about, right, Tails? Since it just recently happened. The event that most recently happened that proves that someone is at least involved with Marie's murder. I got it. You're talking about Chili Pepper's attack, right? What? Oh, yeah, that. You did say someone attacked you, Chili Pepper, right?
Speaking of which, Chili Pepper, what were you even doing before the trial?
I wanted to get a decent look at Marie's wound so I can identify what weapon it was, but I didn't have enough time. However, before I could, some fucker slashed me with something. It was so fast I couldn't see the weapon, nor the person. But before I knew it, they zipped away.
Now, let me ask you this. Everyone knows that you've made it common that you can identify weapon wounds, right?
Yeah, basically everyone knows that.
What if they don't want us to identify what killed Marie?
What?
Yes, what if they needed the weapon of Marie to stay mysterious? So that way, they would not be able to connect the murders together.
So that's why the fuckers gutted me. Are we sure that could all be a stretch and a waste of time? I mean, our buddy Toad here wants to figure out who killed Toadette, right?
I do. Trust me, I really do want to figure out who killed Toadette. But if talking about Marie's murder will help us find out who did it, then I'm willing to talk about Marie's murder.
Alright, well, it's an agreement. We'll talk about Marie's murder.
Thank you.
Fine. So, what should we discuss about Marie's murder first? Well, she only had two noticeable wounds. A big stab wound through her chest, and a neck wound stab.
The Monokuma file said that her killing blow was the stab wound to the neck.
However, according to my autopsy, the back wound was done first, and then the neck wound was done second. Alright, I'm telling you, Conduct is the culprit. There's no way Marie could survive a stab to the chest.
What? No, remember what Marie said in the first trial about Inklings? They have no bones or normal organs like humans do. Their organs are weirdly arranged. So it's possible that her heart's not located in her chest. It's possible the stab wound to the chest has grazed her.
I see, so she might have been attacked and then had to run away to the basement. And then there she tried to hide. Because, according to what I heard from Herb Cookie, the thing she was under was moved. So she was obviously trying to hide, but her trail of blood led the killer straight to her. Yeah. But hold on, before we can even figure out anything, we need to figure out when Marie was killed, and where the initial attack took place. Well, considering how we know Toadette died seconds. Hold on, how can you assume that? Think about it. Marie was missing from your group and our group. Unless she can somehow teleport, that means she was probably attacked during the nighttime, i.e. before Toadette's death. Yes, we can assume that she died at nighttime. Although we can't confirm the actual time of death, we can at least confirm that it was at night. Alright, well now that we got that settled, we have to figure out where the initial attack took place. I think it's definitely confirmed that she was killed in the garage. Yeah, but where was she attacked first, in the chest?
Hold on, I want to know something. Why was Marie even out at night?
Huh? What do you mean?
Do you think she might have been kidnapped from her room? And her dorm was where the initial attack took place?
Not likely, considering how there was no blood when we came out of the dorm room.
The killer could have cleaned it up.
Yes, but a trail of blood leading all the way from the dormitory to the basement storage room. That seems like a lot more blood to clean up than necessary.
Well, then if she wasn't kidnapped and she wasn't killed at night, why would Marie leave her room at night?
Why would Marie leave her room at night? I think we should discuss this before it gets out of hand.
I personally think Marie was kidnapped. If there was no blood trail leading from her dorm room to, the basement floor, and she was probably killed in her room.
But that contradicts itself, though. The killer would show... There would be too much blood to clean up for the killer to handle. I definitely do think Marie was attacked outside of a dorm room. But why would she leave her dorm room? And where did she go? Perhaps she was just going to the AC room to get some fresh air?
Or maybe she just walked out during the night just to get some fresh air, like Bowser said, and stumbled upon the killer setting up the trap.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Rin. Your testimony might prove it.
Huh? Are you saying my sis actually gave some useful information for once?
Well, yes. During the investigation, Rin told me that Marie likes to take calming night walks. I was joking about the whole AC room thing. It's stupid here to walk out here at night. Get yourself killed.
Which is actually probably what happened.
Yeah, and what if the reason Marie-chan was killed was because she stumbled upon the killer setting up the trap?
Now that I think about it, that actually would make sense. I actually should say this as well. Her back wound looked like it was done. Her chest wound looked like it was done from the back. And for some reason, it looked like it was done from above. So the killer dropped down on her and stabbed her. Right. That means, I think we can all conclude that where Marie was attacked was the kitchen.
I'll saute your logic.
Oh, ugh. Toad, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Tess, but although I think your theory about Marie walking out on her own might be true, it's impossible that she was attacked in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, Toad, but I don't see the contradiction.
Fine, I'll fight you then. There's no way that Marie was not killed, attacked in the kitchen. It's literally impossible.
But there's proofs of some cleaning up being done in the kitchen. And also, me and Ludwig found a gash in the floor. That could have been where the stabbing tool that stabbed Marie in the back was implanted into Marie. They could have fallen down from the vent and stabbed her in the kitchen.
But that should be contradiction right there. If it was at nighttime, then the killer would be violating a rule by technically entering the kitchen. And by that logic, how did Marie even enter the kitchen?
Well, Wait.
See, I'm right.
Wait, what? Oh, ow.
Sorry, Tails, but that's the one contradiction to make me think otherwise.
What contradiction? He presented the evidence that there was an attack in the kitchen. But he does bring up a point. If we're going off that theory, how did Marie even enter the kitchen? It should have been locked. Shit, you're right, but there's no other place where Marie could have gotten attacked. Her room's off limits because, like we said, too much blood for the killer to clean up.
And the basement's off limits because we saw the trail coming from upstairs.
And there was no other signs of anywhere else where she could have been attacked.
That's where I come in.
Huh? What are you talking about, Toad?
Look, there is technically one technical reason I can think of that Marie could have entered the kitchen.
And what would that be, Mignette?
Is that if both Toadette and Marie's killer were working for the mastermind?
Okay, he's completely lost it. Let's just go with theory and just Tails' theory and ignore the annoying mushroom. Like Monica said, he does tend to make exceptions for murder.
No, hear me out. Think about it. Are we sure the vent was even used? Furthermore, the killer is being very risky by hanging himself near the vent while setting up that trap.
I guess you're technically right. One wrong fall, and not only would they might end up dead, but they would also violate a rule.
Exactly. A lot of killer would miss the mastermind getting hurt, right?
So, the mastermind did this knowing that they would be safe from Monokuma's rule.
Just to be clear, not even the mastermind is safe from my rules.
But it's a more convincing argument. You would probably let it slide since it's murder.
No comment.
Wait, so are you saying that the rules on the first floor kitchen were disabled because a murder was taking place in there?
That's what I think, at least.
But then why would the killer use the vent in the first place to set up their trap? I think it was just used, they just did it just to set up the trap, not to avoid getting detected by the kitchen and the rule. Yes, when you put it like that, it does start to make a little more sense. So, Toadette's killer and Marie's killer are the mastermind. Or at the very least, someone working with the mastermind. But whoever it could be any one of us.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
While we're on the topic of the vent, I want to bring something up. I might know who set up that trap. I think it was Bulbasaur. What?
Bullshit, I tell you. What the fuck happened to your logic?
I think my logic's pretty on point. Cole, the weapons list. Okay, here it is. See? Clear as day. Bulbasaur's weapon is a rope.
Wait, like the rope used to hold the damn things together?
Yes, I guess, but no, it's not me. My rope is still there.
Just face it. I found you out. Please don't crumble that. It's actually good evidence. Fine, keep it. Unless anyone has anything to refute me.
Well, it looks like Bulbasaur is dead. If me and Chili Pepper didn't confirm on the second floor that the rope was actually the emergency rope.
You mean the same rope that was used to kill my son?
Yeah, I never confirmed, but both Chili Pepper and Len said that it's missing again.
We should really lock up that rope.
See? I'm not the killer. I didn't use my rope. Yeah, does anyone have to prove that? I did after the motive was announced. Time to go check Bulbasaur's room. It was still there.
That was near the end of the day, though.
Wait a minute. Speaking of murder weapons, there's one more thing we need to confirm. Marie's murder weapon.
Marie's murder weapon? Come to think of it, we never found it. Nor even figured out what it was. All we know is that it's a sharp object.
Well, obviously, I know what it is. It's the knife!
Once again, Karen's derailing our conversation. Better bring this to an end.
Isn't obvious? There was a big fucking kitchen knife at the murder scene of Marie. So obviously that's the murder weapon. I guess it was taken from the kitchen, so I guess it would apply to Toadette's murder as well.
From what I looked at, there was nothing else really in the crime scene of Marie that looked like it could have been the murder weapon. Or at least it looked out of place.
Exactly. The knife near Marie's body was the murder weapon.
No, that's wrong! No, you're wrong again, Karen. You have to remember, that knife was almost clean. It was?
Yeah, now that you mention it, it was perfectly clean. A little dirty, but no blood on it.
Oh yeah, there wasn't any blood on it, so that knife couldn't be the murder weapon that killed Mari-chan.
Way to go, wasting our time, Karen.
Shut up!
Well, then what's the murder weapon then? Well, if we're going off the basis of a knife, Conductor's murder weapon is a knife.
Hogwash! Why would I do the autopsy then if I were the damn culprit?
Guess that's the case. It can't be Herb Cookie because he's too weak to hold up the cinder blocks, since we're confirming that the killers of Toadette and Maria are probably the same. Nothing really else can be used to stab. I'm at a loss. Wait a minute, there is someone here who always keeps a sharp weapon at them all the time.
There is?
Who?
I think I'll let the fox do it, since they're literally like 2 seats away from them.
Someone who always carries a sharp weapon around with them. Wait. Is he referring to? It could be you!
You're referring to Chili Pepper and her dagger, right?
Chili, calm down.
Yeah, think about it. She could have just used her dagger to stab Marie.
Are you kidding me? Her back wound's like really big. My fucking dagger wouldn't be the right size.
Then you could have used another murder weapon.
Well, where was the other murder weapon, genius?
She probably hid it somewhere.
Then where, Minette?
I don't know. All I know is I think Chili Pepper's the killer.
But she got attacked by the killer because she was investigating Marie's body. Why would she?
Unless that was all an act.
Huh?
I mean, think about it. We would have seen someone run out of the room. And she does have a dagger on her at all times. She could have just made that gash wound to make herself look innocent.
I did it. It's not even, my dagger's not even bloody.
That might be true, but you might have cleaned it off real quick. I'm sorry, but I'm agreeing with Father. You might be the killer, Chili Pepper.
Chili Pepper's not the killer. Tails, back me up.
I don't know, but I do agree. It does seem a little suspicious that Chili Pepper was attacked, and we didn't see anyone in the room. Or exit it.
No, I won't accept this. Chili Pepper, defend yourself.
Don't worry, I was already doing that. Listen, everyone. I might know the murder weapon that killed Marie. Wait, what?
You do? Then please say it. And then maybe we can list you off the suspect list. If we can even believe her.
Of course you can believe her. Say it, Chili Pepper.
Alright, well, the murder weapon is...
Right as Chili Pepper was about to say that, what the murder weapon was, something unimaginable happened. What?
What's going on?
Chili Pepper, are you okay?
Chili Pepper, what's wrong? Wait, Herb. Chili Pepper, are you okay?
Shit. Looks like I can't hold it anymore.
Chili Pepper, you said you were fine. What's wrong?
Herb, as soon as that whatever fucking slashed me hit me, I knew this was gonna happen.
What?
Wherever they slashed me with wasn't normal. I don't know, but something's eating at me from the inside.
Chili Pepper, no. It might be an infection or something. I can heal it, please.
Herb, it's too late for me.
But before I go, I need to at least say one more thing.
No, you're not going.
I'm pretty sure I got a good look at it. And I'm pretty sure Marie's murder weapon was a sword.
Chili pepper? Chili pepper!
Boo! A body has been discovered. Wait, what? What?
No way. It can't be true. But we all heard the announcement. It was the body discovery announcement. And we all knew what that meant. What it meant is that the person in front of us was no longer of this